What is going on, guys? Welcome to week number 10 of our Big 12 Team Builder Dynasty. Happy Saturday. Kicking this one off with Ardmore against Little Rock. Buddy Monroe looking on. This is a big game for both squads.
Yes, it is. You got two ranked teams here. Ardmore going to be led by Grayson Stanfield today, filling in for the injured John Hicks. Hicks will be out long term. It's going to be up to Stanfield to figure something out.
Yes, so he's going to have to utilize his receivers. A lot of short, quick passes here for Stanfield. They have two different styles, Hicks and Stanfield. Stanfield being the freshman, more of a pocket passer. Hicks more of a runner.
Definitely. But we're getting some pressure in on Stanfield from the left side with Sean May. And we'll see him go down again. It's going to be 3rd and 22 after another sack. This one by Kelvin Pruitt.
3rd and 22 in Stanfield, just yet again trying to look for the deep throw, and again going to get sacked, guys. Not a good way to make your freshman quarterback comfortable.
No, 4th and 30. You're going the wrong way. Big gain here. That's going to be Shamar McFadden for 41. So Little Rock in business early.
Gunnar Rivers still firing, and he's going to find Lonnie Luke for a 10-yard score. So Ardmore gives up 2 passes for 51 yards against Mr. Do-It-All.
It's a good start.
Gunnar Rivers. Here's DeQuandre Shook, and now we're starting to try to chip away a little bit. So we noticed that the pass rush is huge right now for Little Rock. You want to utilize more of a Patriot-style offense where it's utilized running backs right here and this little swings, little crossing routes, all that type of good stuff. Nice quick passes for Stanfield right there. And here's Eric Buchanan, the tight end, a freshman connection between quarterback and tight end. So touchdown, Stanfield now 8 of 9. Did a good drive.
Absolutely. So Gunnar Rivers with the football back on 2nd and 5, and Kenny Puck makes a catch in some tight coverage. You almost had a play on that one.
Almost intercepted. We got to capitalize, though. 3rd and 2, and what a play right there by
Ammon Howe.
Ammon Howe. So good stuff there. 1st and 10, and again, the pressure is just too much. Stanfield goes down again by Rodney Lawrence the 3rd. 3rd and 11, and here's a pass going to go wide.
I don't know what's going on. Lack of chemistry, maybe? I don't know how to explain that. Offensive line playing really poorly today. Maybe give some credit to Little Rock. They do actually have a pretty solid pass rush. I'll say that.
Here's an Isaiah Green going to stiff arm Adrian McCool, which that's no easy task to do. McCool can lay some big hits and lay the lumber, so it was a really good thing for an Isaiah Green there to show his to make his presence felt, to show his power. And here's a touchdown again to Lonnie Luke from Gunnar Rivers. So Leandro Ransom getting a 3rd and 10 catch for 14. So utilizing the upperclassmen is Grayson Stanfield here. So Stanfield dropping back, going to fire it out deep to Kevin Tratnick, and he almost got it. It's going to fall incomplete. 2nd and 10 here, and here's a pass complete to Zach Flores, who's going to get out of bounds at about the 5-6 yard line.
Yeah, so half almost over. Shook's going to take it in for the score. So close game. You guys tied it up here right before the half. So that was pretty clutch.
Good defense being played by both teams. Good offense being played by both teams. All things considered. So here's Lonnie Luke again, going to come up with another reception for 16. 1st and 10. Isaiah Green got the blockers in front. Smith with the tackle along with McCool, but not after he gets 11. 1st and 10. Woolridge getting some pressure, and McQuarters comes up with the interception. Get some blocks and keep going. It might have been a face mask. No call. Green with the face mask, but again, no call. Here is a run by DeQuandre Shook. So Ardmore's back in business early on in the 3rd quarter here. Here's a pass complete to Zach Flores, and he was wide open. And had he stayed up on his toes, he could have taken that thing all the way. Play action pass, going to be trying to fire deep to Leandro Ransom, but almost picked.
Jabari London, nice play there. Gets credited with a deflection. So you got a complete pass to Tratnick, barely past the 1st down marker. You got a 2nd and 10 here. Stanfield going option. Makes a smart decision. Slide. Don't want to get down to your 3rd string quarterback.
No, we don't. That would be very, very bad. Xavier Wiggins with a 5-yard rush, going to pick up the 1st down. And Stanfield actually has a little bit of speed. He's not as fast as Hicks is, though, but he's got some speed. Jake Wood getting in for the 4-yard touchdown. So we wanted to utilize a little more strength going in hard at the goal line here. So 21-14, Ardmore takes the lead, and David McBride coming up with a 26-yard catch, and Lonnie Luke becoming a favorite target for Rivers here in this game, picking up 8. Apollo Warren almost gets the sack, but Gunnar Rivers is going to go down, and he's going to go down with an injury, but I believe he's going to be okay. He does come back in this game. Kenny Braverman with a tackle, but not before Green picks up the first down.
All right, Bollinger dropping back, and he's going to get sacked. You guys remember Rhett Bollinger? You guys remember him.
Mr. Fighter himself.
Going to try again here, 3rd and 11 situation, and going to nobody in particular. So you can see why Gunnar Rivers won the job.
Yes, that throw's got to be made. You got to give your receivers a chance here. Here's Stanfield rolling to the right, but look at this catch by Kevin Tratnick. What a throw.
Look at him, get open there. Waving his hand. Stanfield takes a shot. You're going to have 1st and goal. And Hibbard, defender, had his back turned. Wow. Got kind of lucky there, but Hibbard ran himself open. He ran the route. Stanfield threw him open. Good stuff.
Good read there by Stanfield as well. 2nd and 3, and here's McKinley making a tackle on Isaiah Green. But again, guys, 28-17. I was just going to say this game is not over for Little Rock, but with this interception by Gilroy, it could be.
That might seal it. I mean, that's a huge play right there. Gilroy comes in and just picks it off. He read it beautifully, and now you are in run the clock out mode, up by 11. Pitch goes to Wood, trying to get the outside, and 1st down. So you're in pretty good spot to really just grind this game away. Going to Shook. You haven't seen too many Shook highlights today, but he's obviously been a factor. You're going to kick a field goal, though, so it is a 14-point game. So Little Rock not dead yet.
58 seconds here, and they're going with a screen on 3rd and 10, and it actually works out, and they're going to get a touchdown here after this Isaiah Green effort.
Wow, yeah, he's hard to bring down. I think we've seen that. Onside kick attempt is going to be no good as Xavier Wiggins recovers, and that's going to do it. Ardmore with the 7-point W, another close game. Typical Ardmore game.
Stanfield gets his W against Little Rock, actually his first W of his career.
Okay, we're going to Grand Island, Nebraska to watch this game here. Odessa State going at Nebraska State. Odessa came off that huge win against their rival Midland. Huge game, might turn around their season. We're going to find out. Nebraska State, obviously, we're on a mission, trying to keep the momentum going that we've been building up over the years.
You guys are wearing your gold uniforms here, too, making a statement.
Got the alternates.
Now, there's been a lot of talk about Shinosky, even in the comment section and on GoldGloverGaming.com, with some reporters and talking to the fans, talking about how he may not be the answer to push the program up.
I mean, he played great last week against ACU, made a couple mistakes, but, obviously it comes with the territory. True sophomore. I like what he's bringing to the table right now, but we'll see what he can do here. 3rd and 5, gets 1st down to Anthony Yarbrough, probably his favorite target, and going deep to Yarbrough again. I really feel like Yarbrough is putting together an all-conference kind of year, especially with the touchdown numbers that he is putting up this year. It's pretty impressive.
I would agree with that. There's been a lot of things that he's been doing right on the football field, so you got to acknowledge it and you got to prepare for it if you're the other team. And here's Cody Joseph, the tight end. We talked about him early in the season, but I haven't heard a whole lot lately. He's been playing pretty decently, but they haven't had a huge game.
Yeah, we've really been kind of a short passing game. That's really been our MO. Hargrove
stalled out.
Yeah, has a brain freeze right there. And with Shinosky's leg not being very strong at all,
and in the rain,
we're going to just go for this. Try to get 3 yards. Michael Swan gets it. I hope Shinosky has a calf injury or something, maybe a glute injury. I don't know.
You want your quarterback to be hurt?
Well, he has no strength in his legs, so I'm hoping that he can fix that at some point in the future. Pete Davis is going to get a stop here. We will settle for the field goal this time because it was such a short attempt. Shinosky's leg strength has just been, it's not there. It is not there.
3rd and 2, and Sutherland drops the football. Must have been the rain.
Yeah, he's a fullback. He was an athlete that was moved to fullback out there, so going deep to Jamarcus Kimberling, and Dedrick Carlton's not the kind of guy that you want to test. He definitely beat Kimberling on that route. Actually, Kimberling had the inside position, but obviously Carlton's really good. Don't test him. Now Rhett Sutherland comes up big with a big catch there.
On that wheel route. So really good play design here by Odessa State, and it's pretty interesting to see that you guys are already in the second quarter and you're holding this offense to one red zone appearance.
Yeah, but right here, Logan Sweeney will score. Not really. The 1 yard line monster is having a tough day today so far.
Yes.
Not
yes,
doing too hot.
Hargrove is going to get stopped for a 2-yard loss. 4th and 5. You guys are going to go for it again. Here's a slant to Swann. Did he pick it up?
They're going to give it to us.
He did.
Wow.
1st and 10 for the Prairie Dogs, and you're going underneath to Hargrove, and what a little spin move to get the extra yardage. He's going to get 12. 1st and goal. They're bringing the pressure, and somehow, some way, Jamarquise Kimberling comes up with this football for the touchdown.
That was interesting. I don't even know what I saw there, honestly.
I don't know either. I really don't.
That was tough. Now, Kyle Rivera, a couple missed tackles there. I think we had a play on him, but he's going to spring loose. Odessa State trying to keep this a game here. Offense been held in check so far, but Rivera is going to finish the job and score. Yeah, so Danny Booker playing pretty well. He's got a nice stat line there for sure. We got a minute 15 to try to do something, do some damage, going to Yarborough again. Kyle Myers will make the play, though. So we have 3rd and 13. We're down to about 30 seconds. Shinosi's going deep into coverage, and Okafor's there. Cannot complete the catch.
This might be what the fans are talking about. This is that was a very crucial set of downs there. It was a very crucial series, and Shinosky just didn't come through.
A great punt, though, by Ben Shinosky, the do-it-all quarterback. We're trying to set up a safety here. We're going to call timeout with 17 seconds, and we get it. The tackle by Brathwaite.
Wow.
So free 2 points before the half. Wow, there's 14 seconds on the clock when they recorded that safety. So we're going into halftime up 19-14. Love it. Special teams setting up the 2 points.
Up by 5, and in Dukeway almost. I mean, you guys read the route, so Kyle Rivera couldn't get it.
Oh, red bubble screen. And Curtis Jones, one of the younger guys, freshman, is going to go, as you can probably tell, with nobody in a 10-yard radius, all the way to the house for a touchdown. Curtis Jones.
There's something about this Nebraska State defense where you guys, on the last 2 plays leading up to that, you guys were reading the routes, and then there you go. So it happened. And here's Shanka reading the out route again, and Rosario.
He slips.
Oh, my goodness. He's a little slippery slidey right there.
Yeah, Joey Shanka left his feet early, I would say.
1st and 10, and here's Sweeney taking the handoff up the middle for 10. Going to pick up another first down. You guys are up 12. What's the strategy here in the 3rd quarter? And Dukeway comes up with a pick.
Pat Dowdell, the quarterback slash number 6 wide receiver, is going to drop the ball right into the hands of Ndukwe. So the receivers are letting Danny Booker down so far.
I was going to say, what's the game plan? Well, obviously, come up with a big turnover. That's the game plan. And then run the football. Run those gadget plays.
Shinosky had a block downfield. I love it. That's why he's the leader on this team. He's got the tenacity. All right, Dante LaBelle with a nice little run, setting up Nichols, but Nichols is going to take a 3-yard loss there. So we're trying to score and really, we can't quite put this game on ice, but really comfortable lead. Incomplete pass. Shinosky's going to have to kick the field goal. 29-14 now. We got 25 seconds in the 3rd. Sweeney's loose. Okafor's going to haul him down. But we're going to switch sides, and with about 6.5, Odessa State, this is pretty much their last gasp, and Booker is going to go down. Sack is made. 4th and 11, they're going for it.
This is always a tough thing to do to try to win in Grand Island Municipal, but they're going to inch a little bit closer with this touchdown to Kyle Rivera. That's his 2nd on the game. And here's Okafor going to the outside. Does he have enough space?
Wheels.
Oh, he is going to go all the way. Touchdown, Nebraska State. Okafor, yet again, using his speed, knowing how to use his talent.
Yeah, 99 overall speed. That's what we like about Uzoma Okafor. But the hands are leaving something to be desired. But we do get the stop. They're going to punt the ball away, and we are just grinding the clock down. And Hargrove is going to score.
You guys actually got in.
Yep.
No 1-yard monster.
Nope. It's having a tough day today. So we're going to win in blowout fashion. Shinosky, 2 of 2 on field goals. 6 and 6 extra points. I love it.
Puts the doubters to rest.
He's playing pretty well. He acquitted himself well today. So now we're going to get to the CPU games here. Kansas A&M going at Denver Tech. Big story is, can Denver Tech actually lose? They've only lost twice in our Dynasty, so they are a heavy favorite. KAMU coming in 1-3 in Big 12 play, so they need a big W.
It seems like we're always picking Kansas A&M to beat this team, and they always seem to match up well against them, but it's never actually happened.
They've come pretty close the last 2 years, but not quite there.
Oh,
this
man.
Is why.
And this is, I was just going to say, this is exactly why. Jameel Schmidt, Alex Matkovich now, instead of Jerkeen and Timmons. This is a tough team. They're number 1 for a reason, guys.
Yeah, so, Scott
God.
Thomas delivering a blow there. Matkovich has got a minor elbow injury on his left, so they're trying to, they don't mind him running, but throwing, they're trying to limit it. He's still a bit of a limited passer right now with this injury. And as you can see, Matkovich, 9-yard touchdown run. Bam, just like that. Denver Tech, DIT is in the lead. DIT.
Jace Freeman at quarterback for KAMU, firing it up deep, and look at this catch. I believe that's Matt Morrow. It is 42 yards on the first pass of the game for Jace, and 2nd and 6, and up the middle, and it's going to be intercepted by Denver Tech. So again, these guys come up big with turnovers on defense and good fundamental football by Denver Tech.
Yeah, and you see all the blockers downfield. They're looking for people to block and take out of the play. This is... And then you got Schmidt running people over. Just par for the course.
Matkovich, the left-handed thrower. You guys are going to see him now finally throw the football here, and he's going to find his receiver to the right. 1st and 10, looking like another run play it is. And look at this little toss to 86.
Alex Brewer.
Wow. It's 14-0, guys.
Just like that. And they have 100 yards rushing in the first quarter.
So for those of you guys who picked KAMU, I don't know.
It's brutal right now. But Jake Fritz trying to get going on the ground. Kansas A&M, we call it a modified option. So they run a more shotgun this year, but they're going to go... Again, they got 1 first down, but then 3 downs without a yard.
Not good.
They do get a stop, though. They got a stop. Unbelievable. So they're going to get the ball back. Now they're running flex bone, play action. See if they can get some yards to the air here, and they're going to find Fritz downfield for a nice 29-yard gain.
That's the one guy that you're going to have to utilize a little bit more than what they have been. Big hit by Kenny Ferocious, laying out Freeman. It's not a guy that you want to go up there and test, but you're going to have to find Jake Fritz a lot more often. Glendale Bullocks almost comes up with the interception, and on 2nd and 1,
get a field goal out of that. So it's 14-3. Still, time winding down here in the second. Nice little run there for Fritz for 5, but again, they got another 3rd down conversion looming.
That's the thing. He took that and he turned it into 5, guys. 3rd and 2, shotgun formation. They're going to go to read option, but look at this play.
Wow, that's like chess. That is chess, man.
He didn't even go for the ball. He went for the up back.
Yeah, Dixon took out the running back because he knew Subchansky was going to have help outside. The pawn sacrificing itself, and then the bishop comes and knocks the guy out.
That right there.
That's why these guys are so freaking hard to beat, because their football IQ is off the chart.
The pass complete, and that's going to go to DeLeon Sanders. I still like this guy. I wish he was utilized a little bit more, but 2nd and 9, and came off the ground to make a tackle there on Jameel Schmidt. 3rd and 11, and they're going to go screen. What's new?
Scott Thomas pushed out, barely going to get 8. It's pretty close there. So Denver Tech going to get the 3. Jameel Carter set up with a return. He's got some space. Runs into his guy, though, but I got to show those Jameel Carter highlights.
Yes. Here's pass complete. On 2nd and 10, that's Matt Morrow with 18. So now KAMU's starting to fire it downfield, which is good to see. And look at this. Jace Freeman going to find Dontari Weeks for 21. 2nd and 6. And Freeman. Oh, is that a touchdown? Did he get in?
Nope.
Sydney
down at the
one.
Yeah.
Sydney Layton with the reception, and Fritz with the stiff arm for a touchdown. KAMU, they're going to pull it within 5.
A lesser man would have been down at the 1-yard line.
Yes, that is very true.
But we know Fritz is the king at the stiff arm. He's the art of the stiff arm. Beginning the second half here, and they're going back to Fritz, like you said. Get Jake Fritz in the game.
Got to use him, man. Got to use this guy. He's a gamer. Look at this dude, man. Like, what is that?
Somebody just got flipped.
Yes, they did.
In the bag.
Go back and check it out, guys. 3rd and 5, and here is Freeman. Oh, God. Oh, God. Gardner with the deflection almost picked, but they're going to settle for 3. They're going to make it a 17-16 game, down by 1. So,
1 point game. So it's getting close. But Alex Matkovich going to get the block from Jameel Schmidt and missed tackle. Schmidt is going to wall him off, and he's going to the house. Alex Matkovich, he's got wheels, okay? You can't discount that. He's not Drakeen Timmons fast, but he's a solid runner.
70 yards for the quarterback.
Yes.
I don't know how KAMU was going to win this game. I mean, this is insane right now. You're going to have to utilize Fritz more. Keep saying it, but good protection, good protection.
Got all day
by KAMU, and Jace Freeman going to lower his shoulder and take the hit, but he is going to pick up the first down. Only down 8, so yeah, that touchdown hurt, but down by a touchdown and a 2-point
still do this, KAMU. He can do this for the Big 12 in the college football world. Andre Irvin for 35.
Let's go. 1st and 10. Freeman with the fake. Off to the handoff. Here is Jameel Carter with the break the tackle. He's in.
How do they even do that?
Woo!
That's crazy.
Jameel.
That was Jake Fritz-esque right there. So they got to go for 2 for the tie. Still 3rd quarter, but they're going to try it. Freeman breaking the tackle, but throws it to nobody. So they do not convert. Still a 2-point game here for Denver Tech.
And there's Matkovich running to the left, and he's got player icons.
Oh, yeah, you got the buttons. It's weird. I don't know what that is.
Strange. 1st and 10 after picking up the first down, and Matkovich is going to go down. So sack is made by Rick Lockhart. 2nd and 12, and Matkovich, one-handed catches Nick McCullough.
Well, let's take a look at this. Nice.
Woo!
Good stuff.
Dude, these guys do everything right.
Yes, they do. Pretty good. So Schmidt running here's got a hole, gets tripped up for 7. Denver Tech in a good position here to really extend this lead, go up by 2 scores. They get the chip block on the edge. Matkovich scores from 15 yards out, and they're going to go up by 9 now. So dangerous territory for the Amber Wave.
Yes, up 9, 3:40 to go, 2nd and 6, and they're going to get a sack and tackle for a loss. Like, it's not looking good for KAMU right now. Freeman's going to need a big play for this team, and they get it. Sidney Layton's going to get that first down off a 7-yard reception. 1st and 10. Freeman scanning the field, going to fire deep and wide open is the receiver, and on a read option here. And look at Freeman utilizing the blocks. He's going to get in, 9-yard score. It's going to be 31-28. They will kick the extra point to make it a 2-point game. And a field goal gets them the lead. So on 3rd and 12, they will get the tackle. So they do get Denver Tech stopped. You got to get a field goal here, and look at this big gain off the huge block on the right side. Dontaria Weeks.
Wow. So they're threatening.
I can't
believe
this.
They can do it. They can do this. Jake Fritz inside the 30, and they just need a field goal. We're down to 1:12.
Here's Freeman with the run to the left, and he's going to get 8. So now they're just grinding clock because now they got the field goal in the bag here, but they had it in the bag, just like I said. But now they're going to call a timeout. That's Denver Tech, 3rd and 14, and Freeman fires to the receiver. Yes, 1st and goal on 15 yards. So they get a new set of downs here, and Freeman going to try to power his way in, but nothing doing. They're going to call a timeout.
I don't know. I don't get why would you call it 9 seconds. I don't know. Denver Tech, though, going to burn their timeout, and the game is going for KAMU, but there's 6 seconds. So KAMU is in the lead. Can you believe it?
I can't believe it. This is crazy.
Can you believe it?
They get basically 2 plays if everything goes right. Matkovich is going to get sacked. They're going to get sacked in no timeouts. KAMU with the
amazing
upset.
Denver Tech goes down. We told you, everybody. We said that this conference was deep, and it finally showed. I can't believe it, because ACU Denver were just still rolling over people, but they finally got tagged. Titan finally got tagged, and at home. That's a surprising result, but I will say I predicted that.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
But hey, I've been saying it for 2 seasons now, and it's never come to be. So I just decided, hey, this is probably going to be Denver Tech's game. That's unreal.
Happened. Yeah.
That's unreal.
So number 1 goes down.
Great job by KAMU.
Now we got number 2 here going on the road against a Heisman contender. So we'll talk more about that game that we just saw. I mean, obviously crazy results from that game.
Yeah,
moving forward.
Don't want to take anything away from Broken Arrow matchup here.
No, I mean, this is number 2 versus number 25. So we had 1 and 24. Yeah, we got 2 and 25. So we're going to bookend that top 25 here. Uba, they have a powerful offense. Looks like a Chapman getting flipped up, though, the running back. That's pretty fun.
Kennedy with the tackle.
Yep. And big stop there. Wyrick Dysert will hold Uba, so they're going to start with a 3-point field goal. So 3-0. Broken Arrow in charge for the Wranglers. We're going to look at the ACU Spartans offense. Peter Vajacic stepping in here. Huge completion to Jackson Lindahl.
If they keep getting those type of chunk plays, it's going to be a good day for ACU. Here is Vajacic with the run up the middle for 11 yards off that read option. 1st and 10 with a little play action. And Vajacic looking deep, and it's going to get picked off. He threw it into triple coverage.
That was terrible.
And he's going to get out of bounds here on a tackle.
Cameron Azugwu with the INT, but we'll take a look at this replay. Like, what was Vajacic looking at right there?
I don't know.
That's terrible, man. That's bad.
If you're going to lead the if you're going to throw that, you got to lead him. You can't just throw it at that point. But
yep.
Hey, there you go. So interception, and Uba's got the football. 3rd and 12 after a tackle for a loss by Kennedy. And here's a screen pass that, oh my goodness, was totally missed. 1st down, Uba. 2nd and 10, and look at Cedric Granger coming in here.
That's Washington.
Oh, yes. Granger's number 4.
I bet Uba leads the country in sacks allowed.
Probably
70% of which is Street just running and just walking into people. But a nice little gain there.
After Clayton missed a tackle.
Yep, and now they're going to the sideline. Cassidy Morris for 6. So they might have a 2-score lead here if they can get in the end zone. Street going ahead for 14. Going to be inside the 3.
Wow, so they might go up by 10. Look at this power move by
Louis Preston. He's a speed back, too, so kind of interesting to see those moves.
This is unreal.
Nice little 10-0 lead, so, maybe they saw the result out of Denver, and they're getting pumped up. This is kind of the later game.
They had some belief.
Yeah, so they're like, wow, it can happen. I don't know, but ACU, we'll see what they have to say about that, because this is an elite football team here that we're talking about. So, obviously, still well in this game.
6:14 left to go in the second quarter, and look at Vajacic hooking up with Jared Kirk, going to get 31 on that reception. So it's just these big chunk plays for ACU. It's been the mojo for them so far in this game. They just got to capitalize in the red zone. Jimmy Ireland with a 1-yard catch, and Miri Hayes Branson makes the tackle to stop ACU short. They will kick that field goal. Jumping ahead here, Vajacic going to throw to the right when they get the football back, and an interception again. Another bad throw. I can't really say it's a bad throw. He's trying to let his receiver make a play.
Yeah, I don't know. Not when he's covered that much, but Street gets knocked down to the turf, so he's taking a beating here. Kennedy's going to throw him down to the ground. 4th and inches. So that stop kept them from converting a first down. So ACU has the football back here. They only have 3 points right now.
Oh, no.
But Vajacic is going to slip loose. Going to get there. Faintest 9, make a play, and he doesn't lay a hand on him.
Faintest 9. You got burned by Peter Vajacic.
Well, he was helping. He was helping out. But yeah, he did slip that initial tackle, and it's going to be 10-10. So we got a minute and a half, and Brian Street has been notorious for the late first half turnover. This is the 3rd time in a Broken Arrow game that he has turned the ball over with under a minute and a half left in the first half. Churchwell strips the ball loose on a sack, and ACU now has a chance to take the lead as Nick Reed Jr. goes up the middle for 10.
Nice stiff arm there by Reed Jr. And look at this reception. Look at that throw to Orquan Ostrander. Just money. Absolutely money throw by Vajacic. It's now 14 of 20 with those 2 picks.
Yeah, so 17-10. Okay. Brian Street, you got 1 minute here, late. And we're running a draw play. Interesting call. Let's see what they're going to do. Street's running.
They're going to let their quarterback run with 22 seconds left.
Got a lane. So they're going to call timeout, try to get a couple plays off here. They got Timeout to work with. Ball swatted up and caught.
No way.
Caught. But he's going to go down. Broken Arrow's going to quit. And they're going to go into halftime.
Never seen that.
I know.
I've never seen that.
I want to show that. But we see some numbers here. Time of possession dominated by Broken Arrow. ACU winning out on the ground, which is amazing to me because Broken Arrow runs the football more, and they have Bryant Street running, as we see here.
He's going to get caught there by Clayton, and Granger was about ready to make that play, but he elected to not. So that might be up on the scouting for the NFL. Why didn't you make that play? But here is Bryant Street throwing deep downfield, and Josh Howell going to make the deflection.
Got away with it. Satterthwaite going to try to knock this through the uprights, and he converts on the long field goal. 17-13. Interesting game so far. It's pretty tight right now. Peter Vajic going to go down for a 5-yard loss. Richie Washington and Hayes Branson bring him down. 3rd and 13, running screen, 3rd down screen, which have been weirdly effective lately, I've noticed.
Yeah, you gotta ask yourself, you gotta wonder, when is ACU gonna take control of this game? Or are they gonna let Broken Arrow just kind of hang around and potentially...
Yeah, I mean, we've entered the 4th quarter, and Bryant Street's gonna hit Cassidy Morris on a strike for 46 yards. And just as you were saying, Broken Arrow now has the lead with 5.5 minutes. So another upset could be brewing here unless ACU can step up and stave it off. I mean, Broken Arrow is believing right now. They're all the momentum.
They're going to rule him out of bounds after this catch. And, it's a borderline call.
They're going to review this. So what's the call? Ooh, are they going to give it to him? I would say it looked like no to me.
It looked like he was out, but they're going to reverse it anyway.
I don't know what the standard is in this game.
I don't know either. But there's going to be a catch by Kirk for 12, and it's going to be 4th and 2. So it's decision time for ACU. They are going to kick the field goal.
So Charlie Taft converts. Now we got 20-20 ball game here. Running a little flat throw out there. 3rd and 5, and Street.
3rd and 5, you got to make something happen.
He makes a conservative call to throw the ball away. Vajic on 1st down gets drilled there. Wow, that was a huge sack by Orlando Barber on a corner blitz. Now we got 2:05, 3rd and 17. They're running screen. Are you serious?
That sack might be the biggest play of the game if Broken Arrow can come down this field and get a score here.
Bryant Street's running. Kennedy whiffs on him. And Bryant Street going to go down there, but he gets 4. I mean, he slipped through. I don't know how he got through. Street connects downfield with Odong for 17. We got a minute left.
They do have a big chance now. Percentages are going up for this team to win this football game here at the 35-yard line. And on 2nd and 10, he's going to get dropped for a sack. It's a 1-yard loss. And
15 seconds.
3rd and 11, Street going up the middle. And he's going to find his man. It's Preston for 6. A field goal is coming on. And Broken Arrow, as time expires, is going to kick it through. Broken Arrow comes up with the upset against ACU. We've had 2 upsets back-to-back. Number 1 and number 2 go down.
Yeah, pretty amazing. ACU is going to end the game with all of their timeouts. So, again, we have some AI issues with the timeouts, but I don't think it would have been enough either way. I mean, you're talking 10 seconds maybe. So
this is
can't take that away from Broken Arrow. But yeah, Bryant Street with the Heisman race. Wow.
Yes. Pretty insane Week 10, guys. Unreal game. Nebraska State scores 50. Denver Tech loses. ACU loses. It's like, what the heck is going on in this week?
I mean, we're starting with the least climactic game of the week. We really put Odessa State away in the second half. I feel like the Danny Booker era might have been the last gasp.
I don't know. Nebraska State plays some pretty solid defense.
We can, and they did put up 433. It might not even be his fault, really. I mean, they're adjusting offensively, and then he's a redshirt senior, so we'll see what happens next week. But Shinosky played pretty well, 194 with 2. He threw 1 INT. And the rushing game, we really did okay, and we really spread the love around. Hargrove scores there, and Yarborough scores, Shinosky's favorite target. And then we'll see Odessa State here, 395 for Booker with the 3 picks. Did have 69% completion.
It's going to cost you games.
Absolutely, yeah. And Kyle Rivera, Mr. Big Play. And Khalid Livingston, we held the last year's Bolitnikov winner. We pretty much held him in check.
All right, we're going to check out Ardmore and Little Rock's post-game analysis here. 31-24, so it was a game that got a little bit closer on the scoreboard than really was.
Yeah, I mean, Little Rock scored late there, but you held them off, I would say.
Yeah, we had a really good game, I thought. 317 yards total offense, 200 from passing, 117 rushing yards and 2 scores. So with Hicks being out and Stanfield being in, we've got to lean more on the running game. The guy's still a freshman.
Yeah.
Got to keep that in mind. So Gunnar Rivers, we picked him off twice. He made some pretty questionable throws, but that Ardmore secondary, as you guys are well aware, it can be pretty formidable.
Yeah, absolutely. Lonnie Luke scored twice with Isaiah Green tacking on a score, and then we'll see what Stanfield did.
It's pretty solid.
Can't ask for anything more.
No, he's had 9 incompletions, 200 yards, 2 scores, 64%. Like, it's a pretty solid numbers for a freshman, so I'm actually pretty impressed at how he's been doing. He did take a lot of sacks, though. And
yeah, let's see how many.
Yeah, I don't.
5 sacks.
That's a lot. That's a lot. So and maybe that's the reason why John Hicks is really effective in this offense, is he's able to scramble out and use his legs a little bit. But Shook only 10 attempts for 74. Wiggins got involved. Wood got involved. Tratnick 4 catches for 68. So he's kind of seen a little bit of a bump here with more of a pocket passer being involved. Flores 2 for 51. Ransom 2 for 18. All right, you guys know what time it is. Let's check out this game. Denver Tech loses to KAMU. So finally, the upset that we've been talking about for 2 years happens. And it's a 1-point win for KAMU.
I think it might have just been a matter of Kansas A&M just being desperate. I mean, they really needed some kind of W to kind of say, like, hey, this season wasn't a total loss. And this was it. And you see Jameel Carter scoring, and they got the late field goal to win. So we had a couple field goal situations there.
Yeah, and my big takeaway here is that run by Jameel Carter.
Yeah.
You know, like this team starting to come back a little bit offensively after getting him involved a little bit more. 440 yards of total offense against this insanely good defense.
Yeah. And, I mean, we see here, let's see what they did here. Matkovich only threw the ball 16, so we were talking about it. Maybe the elbow wasn't completely ready. He did take a lot of shots in the running game with 3 touchdowns, and then you see the receivers didn't do too much. So Denver got away from the pass in this game, and I think that might have been what cost him ultimately. Jace Freeman 295 with a pick, but he tacked on 33 and a score, and then Jake Fritz only 2.9 per carry.
He had to grind him out in 26 attempts too. That's pretty concerning for a guy like Fritz's size. Like, we talk about his size all the time, but he's always able to break off all those tackles. I would have liked to see Carter and Boggs get a little more carries.
Yeah. And we see the receivers here. Dontari Weeks led the way with 118.
All right, in the game that we just saw, ACU and Broken Arrow. Broken Arrow pulls off the upset by 3.
Wow. So
that was a crazy game.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So how many people had ACU and Denver going down? I mean, who saw that coming, really? But Brian Street did what he had to do. But, so the Heisman campaign is still in force, I would say. 242 with a touchdown, tacked on 82 rushing.
Yeah, you know what? These 2 games here totally turns the entire Big 12 on its head. It turns everything upside down.
Maybe.
It's absolutely crazy. So Russell actually had to come into the game. You guys saw that, as Vajic had a injury to force him out, but he forced some throws. 2 interceptions, but still came back and threw 72% for completion percentage, but didn't really get the run game going at all. Really neglected it in this game, and honestly, you would probably want to get that more involved in a closer game than slinging it all over the field. I just don't think they were comfortable in trying to get that running game going, and it cost them.
Yeah, and we see the defense here. A lot of sacks. Churchwell, Washington, and Kennedy got some sacks for you guys, so I know you guys like to follow your players on the defensive side of the ball for ACU, but tough loss. Takeaways, obviously, going to be these 2 matchups here.
I would completely agree. You know, outside of our 2 games, Nebraska State and Ardmore, there's some importance there for us, right? That we want to win our games, but the biggest thing are these two games, Denver Tech and ACU. Like I said, I think that these two losses signify perhaps a change, possibly.
Maybe. I mean, they did lose by a hair in similar fashion.
Yeah.
And
but they
still have the best records in their respective divisions outside of, I think McAllen is 3-1 as well. So, you know, there's a lot of different ways this thing can go.
I could either go with my biggest takeaway being Denver Tech loses, or I could say that Kansas A&M wins. Like, this is a team that we've seen throughout this entire season for year number 3. Their offense has been legit. They kind of hit a little bit of a bumpy spot there, but now they're 2-3 in conference play. So they've got a shot. They still have a shot to kind of come back a little bit. They need some help. But this offense, for 440 yards, going up against that number whatever defense, it's the top 10 defense in Denver Tech.
Yeah, the win against Denver will help them. It's just the downside is they have to win out. Denver has to lose twice.
Taking a look at the week number 11 games, and some pretty interesting games on tap here. And we're going to do just a little mini preview for you guys. Wednesday videos, if you guys are new, will be the full breakdown preview. So Nebraska State at Kansas A&M. Little Rock at ACU. McAllen at Midland State.
Ooh.
Interesting offensive prowess here. Broken Arrow at Ardmore, another rivalry game. Denver Tech at Odessa, Amarillo, and Shreveport. So we got some rivalry games on tap here. Broken Arrow, Ardmore, Little Rock, ACU. Some interstate rivals. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty dang good week, in my opinion.
Really excited outside of this game because Broken Arrow might actually have a chance this year against you.
Yeah, they might. Especially with Hicks being out.
Right. That's like I'm still waiting on that big time win from Gunnar Rivers. ACU may be vulnerable. I'd be surprised if they drop 2 in a row though. And then this game here, McAllen at Midland State. Midland wants this to be their year. They got to beat McAllen at home. And if McAllen wins, now they're looking like a serious threat to win the East. So, exciting week on tap.
All right, guys, so that's going to be it for week number 11. If you like this thing, make sure you hit that like button. And if you have not subscribed yet, please do so. Hit the red button for a subscribe. Hit the notification bell to never miss a single Big 12 Team Builder upload. And we will see you guys on Wednesday. As always, peace.